You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
Most writers and radio show hosts know that to connect with your fans, you need to do more than just write books or record the latest podcasts. There are many different elements that go into forming an online platform, but there are also many hidden traps. To make matters worse, solid advice on how to survive the muddy waters is scarce. In the book Hidden Traps, I talk about some of the important issues of working with an online platform, highlighting traps that could put your physical or internet security at risk or be harmful to your reputation. Are your social media posts just links with a few disjointed words, making you look like someone who can't complete a sentence? Did your new website cost you more than you anticipated? Are you leaking your personal contact details across the web without even knowing it? Then you need Hidden Traps. Hidden Traps is now available in paperback and ebook from a variety of retailers, including Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Kobo. Visit blackwolfpublications.com for more details.
Do you need a car? Been shopping only to be turned down because of bad credit, low credit, no credit, bankruptcy, or divorce? Guess what? Today's your lucky day, because now you can buy a car, truck, or SUV, just about any vehicle. It's true. Bad credit doesn't matter. No credit doesn't matter. Bankruptcy or divorce, it just doesn't matter. As a matter of fact, your job is your ticket to your new vehicle. We're Auto Credit Express, and we've helped thousands of people just like you. Antonio H. told us, great company, got me connected, and the day I went in, I drove off in the car I wanted. 100% worth your time. Need a car? Get started now and drive off as early as today. Just text FINANCE, FINANCE, to 357-911 right now to get started. That's FINANCE, FINANCE, to 357-911. Auto financing the easy way. Text FINANCE to 357-911.
KLRN Radio has advertising rates available. We have rates to fit almost any budget. Contact us at advertising@klrnradio.com.
Everyone loves liberty. Our rights come from God, not the government. So why are you letting other people tell you what's best for your health care? Exercise your freedom with Liberty Health Share. Liberty Health Share is a community of people who voluntarily share one another's medical costs. Liberty Health Share is founded on the idea that most people truly want to help one another. Healthcare sharing allows members to do just that as a true community that supports one another in times of need. Liberty believes people should make decisions for themselves and their families. Members are able to take back the freedom to make their own decisions about their health care. Freedom from guilt or doubt about how your money is used. You have the freedom to direct your health care, not to be dictated to by bureaucrats. Stop letting others tell you what to do and join a community of like-minded people. Exercise your freedom. Join Liberty Health Share and take back the control of your health care while helping those around you. Call Liberty at 855-58-LIBERTY. Again, that's 855-58-LIBERTY for more information, or you can check them out at libertyhealthshare.org. Again, that's libertyhealthshare.org.
My son was in the Army back during Desert Storm, but even then he wanted an MBA. He looked at a dozen schools, but only one offered the online education and flexibility he needed while he was in a tent in Iraq. Grantham University. Turns out that Grantham's been delivering affordable, relevant college and advanced degrees for over 65 years. Heck, if they can deliver a quality education to a soldier in a tent overseas, think about the flexibility Grantham can offer you so you can earn your degree too. It doesn't matter how complicated or full your life is. If getting a degree is on your bucket list, you'll want to do what my son did. You'll want to call Grantham. Find out how easy it is to get started on your education so you can check that college degree off your bucket list. Call Grantham right now. 800-910-1370. That's 800-910-1370. Flexible, affordable, relevant. Call 800-910-1370.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Sometimes writers feel lost, unsure why a passage may not be working. It takes another set of eyes to help us nurture our writing into full maturity. At Black Wolf Editorial Services, we strive to enable writers to develop and grow, offering manuscript critiques and line edits through a mentoring editorial style. We also offer assistance on generating a writer's bio for your websites. Black Wolf Editorial Services, nurturing your writing into maturity. For a full list of services, visit blackwolfeditorial.com.
You're listening to the Spark Radio Network, internet radio like you've never heard before. Innovation, creativity, and imagination are all said to begin with a spark. So fasten your seatbelt and take the ride of your life and listen for the spark.
The following program is intended for mature audiences and does include coarse and adult language. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to FOOBAR, One Nation Under Foo. I am your host, the Foo, and we are back to you live on our home sweet home, KLRN Radio. That sounds official, doesn't it? Thank you for being with us. We are live. And what about that disclosure? Holy crap! I laughed out loud. Ordy, are you there?
Free Ordy Mandela. Free Ordy Mandela. Hey!
Have you been planning that all day? Just curious.
Actually, no, about an hour ago, I was looking for the song because I wanted to change our outro, but then I held it. I actually couldn't, well, I didn't look that hard, but I couldn't find the song.
Well, did you laugh about the whole disclosure?
I did. It was really hard to keep quiet about that. By the way, Rick, I love what you did with the place. Thanks for cleaning up the studio.
It's beautiful. It's clean. It doesn't smell like Amish and donkeys. It's a good thing.
And he got rid of all the fire damage from when we threw the Molotov on our way out.
It was fun, right? That was a good time. Well, I think that, what was it? Coarse? What was the other kind of language? Coarse and, what was it? Crap. I can't remember. See, crap is my word now. Crap and what?
Adult language.
Adult language.
Adult language for adult beverages. How about that? I like
we have adult language on our show. I love it. Oh, Rick, you're so good to us. It's so good to be back on, and have family again, radio family.
Yeah,
you technically never didn't have radio family. You just were
did, but we were on a mountain or an island, and you were hanging out with us on your own, and it was sad. We have our KLRN family back now. It's so nice. Of course, yeah. Rick was with us the whole time, but he doesn't count.
Yeah, and I do all of Rick's shows at one point or another, so it's not like I really left.
Oh, this is true. You're the attention whore, aren't you?
I am the attention whore.
Wait, does whore count? Can I say whore? I don't know. Does that course in adult language?
That's why we gave the disclaimer, Bunny. You're fine. Besides, you guys cuss for charity, so I'm not going to make you stop that.
That's right. We do have to come up with a September charity.
Yeah, we kind of took August off. I blame you.
Well, you were gone off on your fabulous vacation with the one percenters and the twitchy helicopter.
I was on vacation in July, but not August.
Was that? Well, whatever. Anyway,
dude, you've lost.
Then we had a grown up on.
Yes.
So we had
Bill O'Reilly, but it wasn't that Bill O'Reilly. But he was a smart cat.
Yeah, no, we had the good Bill O'Reilly, who was on the Liz and Bill show on KLRN.
Yeah, it was good. And 10 o'clock Eastern on Monday nights. Listen to us already being professional and stuff.
No, it's like we know what we're doing.
It's terrifying. And but I do blame you because you're still suspended.
I am still suspended, and I'm trying to do the right thing. I'm going through the motions, but Twitter support hasn't even acknowledged my appeal, so I emailed off on the I emailed off the bigwigs, and I've been writing up a nice little story about it on Minds.com. So
I've been sharing your nice story. It's good. We have Vice President Mike Pence in Actually, it says President Mike Pence, which I think is really good. He says there will be no whores when he takes office. Well, thank God for that, because, we have way too many whores in this world. Anyway, what are we talking
I'm right next to the free state of Nevada. I do not approve of this policy position.
Oh, my God. This is so bad. I promised people it would be a good show, but I said I was lying, so that worked out well.
We always lie to him, telling him it's going to be a good show.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, guys, it's so rad. You'll love it, but you probably won't, but come listen anyway. It's all good. Yeah, so what are we talking about? Did you do your homework? I didn't do any homework.
I did some homework. I read the Twitchies, and I went through WAPO and some other. Yeah, I know. And, it's just, it's the same thing it always is. And that's great, because you don't even have to be on Twitter to know who's mad about what.
Good point, right?
So everybody's got sand in their front hole.
Oh, my God. We have to talk about the front hole.
We got to talk about the front hole. You like that segue? You see how I dug into
Look at you and your segue. Boom, right into that front hole. Well, that sounds dirty, doesn't it?
Right.
Can we say
Putting
front
the
hole?
segue in the front hole.
Right in the front hole. That's a nice way of not getting in trouble and getting censored. Or
I think you could call someone a front hole on Twitter and not get suspended.
Hey, give them time.
Well,
to figure it out.
I would say you could try that, but too late.
Yeah.
Did you see people were coming up names for the penis as well? Like Manhammer. I just died. Like the front hole and the Manhammer. And then some guy was talking about that everybody has a front hole, so then it gets confusing because men have a front hole too.
So you need a mid hole.
I guess you need like a.
Is that like Midgard? Mid hole?
I don't know. This gets really confusing. But
I
apparently,
think we need to explain the mid hole thing for those people who don't live on Twitter or who are suspended.
Who have lives outside of Twitter? Yeah. You go ahead. You tell the vagina story. That's your thing.
Okay. Vagina is my thing. No.
Vagina is your thing, not mine. Well,
so I didn't get to see the actual source, but it was how vagina is not inclusive to trans and everything. So it should be called the front hole.
The front hole. Yes.
Because, we need to worry about being inclusive. And I've even seen.
Sorry, I'm reading chat.
Yeah,
men
grab
have
by the front hole.
No, men have a front pole.
Oh, front pole.
Oh my God, that was funny.
I'm even seeing Hollywood resist against, and they back any stupidity inclusiveness. But Eddie McClintock was making fun of it, and I don't know what he's doing now, but I remember him from Warehouse 13, and I saw some other celebrities be like, "This is just ridiculous."
It is, but as a woman, it's really insulting, and I get. And I don't know. I'm having a real problem with this because we're supposed to be we're inclusive, but bullshit. I have a vagina. I don't have a front hole. I don't care if a guy who wants to be a chick is upset because he doesn't have a vagina. So moving on, it's a vagina. And you don't have one, so you're not a chick.
See, and this is the party of science who are actually denying scientific terms. I mean, they've already done that with making the waters muddy about what a fetus is.
Yeah,
or at least tried to. So now they're doing it with anatomical terms. The Idiocracy was not an instruction manual.
It's stupid.
And this is everything that Orwell warned about, is once they start to control the language, they control you.
Well, that's the whole idea. They control the language, they control the ideas, they control the narrative, they push an agenda, and the rest of us are like, okay, now what? Yeah, it's bad. We've gone from talking about Bigfoot erotica to front holes. This is not a good thing.
If you're new to the show, Bigfoot erotica was one of our highest rated shows when we were talking about that. That's a Twitter thing too.
It's so sad. What do you do when my children? What do you talk about? Well, Bigfoot erotica and front holes. Don't ask mom what she talks about. Go to bed. Oh my God, it's so bad. We used to talk about important things. Like what's an important thing? Like I don't know, policy.
Yeah, we used to talk about policy. Now we do. It used to be an intelligent debate about
policy. Oh my God, it's so dumb. I think what's happened is my brain is just gone. I don't have anything left anymore. Because I read so much of this every day. And it used to be kind of because I liked it, but now it's just because of what I do. And I don't think I have the ability to be serious about any of it anymore. Like today was the first time in a long time because I was pushing the idea that, all these people have these big old happy boners about Cohen. And, they're like, aha, Trump's going to be impeached. I'm like, aha, President Pence. And they got really mad at me, right? which was fun. I haven't had people that angry at me from the left in a long time. I piss people off on the right all the time, but that's become like my thing. But I really made the left mad. And this guy outright called me a bitch, and I was like so flabbergasted I laughed. I couldn't help it. I'm like, oh, no one's done that in months. It's pathetic, and I just laugh. I have nothing left. Hello?
I'm still here. Did we lose
I think we
him?
lost Artie. I think we lost him. Did I kill it? Was it Alexa?
It says he's still there.
I don't hear him. It was Alexa. Remember last time this happened, we lost him because Alexa turned on him?
But we hadn't even said Alexa yet till now.
But I emailed her earlier and I told her, I said, hey, you should really go after the Amish guy like everybody else.
I think what happened is the hamster that was running a butter churn that also runs his modem got off the wheel.
Oh my God. Well, he turns off his air conditioning because the sound is, he can't hear over it.
He just wait, hang on. He just said he got a message that Spreaker muted him.
Spreaker muted him? Oh my God. Well, now we're going to have problems because they're going to mute me next.
So wait. Hang on. Wait, let me see. There's got to be a chat window in here somewhere. Hang on. I'm really confused right now.
How funny. So he's been suspended on Twitter, and now he's getting muted on Spreaker.
Now it's got him on some sort of a split screen thing. I can't figure out what the heck's going on. I just got a message that Spreaker muted me. So wait. Ordy, if you can hear me, do you mean Skype or Spreaker itself? Like the program that we do the show through?
Ordy is the new Alex Jones. He is. They're out to get him. Watch out. CNN is going to be after him this week. They're going to be trying to get him kicked off. Well, he's already been kicked off Twitter. So it'll be Minds.com next.
It's got to be Skype because even if he was muted through Spreaker, that would mean nobody else would hear him.
Oh, nobody's here. I can't hear him. But then again, that's not a big deal. I'm good with not hearing him if, he's not there. Maybe Ordy isn't really real. I love the chat.
Right now.
Huh?
It says Spreaker in my Skype client. I have no idea what the heck is going on. Hang on.
All right, well, I can talk to myself. So anyway, you guys, I got up this morning. No, I'm just kidding. He'll come back. I don't know if we can blame Rick for this one. I think we should blame Ordy for this one. Because, yeah. Huh?
He says he's going to disconnect. Call back. Okay, Ordy, just disconnect, and I'll try to call you in a second. Because I can't do it. That's what I was just trying to do.
Okay. We'll be right back, folks.
No. Hang on.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Hey, you're back.
Okay, that was the weirdest thing. I got a pop-up in Skype that said Spreaker has muted your client. So that was weird. Anyway, I'm back. Where were we?
Damn it. I was making fun of you, and then you were gone. And then we made fun of Alexa, and then we heard that Spreaker blocked you, and then it was really funny.
Yeah, that was weird. Anyway.
And then I was nice to the chat, and now they're all confused, so the chat can piss off again. Well, I'm echoing now. Way to go. You broke the stream, and now we're echoing.
Yeah. So anyway, what I was getting at is that I want to get you back on track.
I'm not on track. What's up?
So with this whole thing, everything with Cohen and Manafort and everything else, we're back into liberal erotica where somehow through all of this, Hillary will become president.
Oh yeah, they do think that. They don't understand how it works. And at this point, they're like, "Well, Pence is going to go down too." I'm like, "Well, then you get Ryan, and screw Ryan, he's gone." I'm like, "Well, then you get Mitch," and then they don't get it.
Yeah. Well, no. What they're honestly hoping is that the impeachment will happen after the midterms, and they're convinced they're going to pick up the House during the midterms. So they're convinced that if they can get rid of Trump and Pence, then whoever their new Speaker of the House is will become president.
They're not going to get rid of Pence.
But they don't understand how this works.
They're not going to get rid of Trump either. I mean, let's be honest. Did he probably pay these porn stars to shut up after he had sex with them? Yes. Is it illegal? Is he going to get impeached over it? It's just dumb. And I understand you don't like him. I get it. I'm not a huge fan of him personally. I wouldn't take the guy to lunch. I understand people's concerns about him as a person. But some of the things that have come out of Washington.
You might want to take him to lunch. You might get like $130,000 later.
No. I mean, the whole point is he's not somebody that I think a whole lot of, but what's coming out of D.C. is not bad. And some of the things they're making happen are good. So we have to kind of balance that. And I think what we're running into is there's a lot of people like me who were like, well, he's an asshole, but he won and we got to do what we can. But then you've got people who would rather watch the country burn than to accept that he's probably not doing anything he shouldn't have done. He's not going to get impeached. You know, I had people screaming at me about the idea that, well, Pence is just as guilty as Trump, and so he's going to go too.
You know, Chris Hayes accidentally said something right today.
Oh, my God.
I know. He said he was talking with some of his journal friends, and they're starting to realize that everything that they're making an emergency out of and everything they hyperventilate over every day, nobody cares. You know, it's like the girl who was killed by the illegal immigrant. That resonates with Americans. What some slimy DC lawyer does doesn't resonate with Americans. They don't care.
No.
And Chris, I mean, he was trying to make a point on how Americans should find this shit important, but we don't. We don't care about one slimy DC lawyer or another, or some political lobbyist who forgot to register as a foreign, Well,
Cheryl Atkinson, who I cover feverishly because I think she's fascinating and I think she's ballsy, she kind of broke down what was going on with Manafort, and she explained that his biggest issue is that he didn't register as he should have as a foreign agent. That there are literally thousands of lobbyists and PR groups and like even ex-politicians and lawmakers and legislators who actually are foreign agents, and they do this. What they do is what Manafort did, but Manafort didn't register like he was supposed to, which I guess is the big deal.
And even then, most of the time they'll get a slap on the wrist as long as they back register. If they say, "Oh yeah, let me make this retroactive back to 2016 or whatever," it's nothing. It's another DC nothing that we're supposed to give a shit about.
Well, but it's like, oh my God, there's people are slimy in DC. We're so shocked. No, it's not.
I am absolutely shocked to find out that there are unscrupulous people in the nation's capital. Shocked, I tell you.
Oh my God, you mean people are going out of their way to use their power to make money? Get out of here. I mean, it's ridiculous. And I'm not saying we should excuse it, but come on, people.
Yes, it's bad. And yes, some of these are actual legitimate crimes, and I think that they should be prosecuted as such. But the thing is that if you're going to do it, don't just do it because the guy you don't like is in power. Don't all of a sudden make it a big deal when this was going on under the guy you did like.
Well, that's what. Well, don't you do that whataboutism? And that's like, you know what? Here's the reality: is you guys are okay with this crap when it's your guy in the White House, but the moment it's someone else, that's when it's a problem. There are a lot of us who weren't okay with it with Obama, and we're still not okay with it Trump.
Yeah.
But it's so damn frustrating to listen to these people who were okay and buried their head in the sand. I mean, what was it? I think Obama had to pay $375,000 in fines because of some campaign donation issue in 2008. Oh my God, if Trump had done that, they would try to get him arrested. Trump's biggest crime was winning the election. And anything the left can do to impeach and remove him, they're going to do.
It would have been anybody other than Trump, too.
Oh,
anybody with an R after their name.
Any Republican who won that election was going to have a bullseye on their back.
Well, I mean, granted, they may not have as many skeletons in the closet. And
we have no way of knowing that.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Ted Cruz. But
Ted Cruz is the Zodiac killer.
I mean, they're human beings. They do stupid crap. And when you get to that position in life, you probably have a lot of stupid crap in your closet. I get it.
Up until 6 years ago, I don't think I could ever be president. Now, my skeletons are pretty small. They're hobbit-sized.
You've got hobbits. That was only.
I got hobbits in my closet.
Hobbit-sized skeletons in your closet. I would never want to be president. It is the most thankless, shitty job on the planet.
Oh, but the money you make afterwards.
Oh God!
See, and there's the problem, and that's the problem. Is that Thomas Jefferson died broke.
Well, yeah, and then dead.
And then, that's what I mean. And so, just because you're president doesn't mean that you should have a lifetime government teat to suckle off of.
Yeah, it's bad.
And that goes with any politician.
What was it? Obama came in and he had like a measly $3 million to his name or something, and
now he's getting $37 million book deals.
He's got like $62 million or something. He's worth several tens of millions, and it's because he was president and gave so much to his country that he's making so much money. I couldn't do it. I used to think no problem, but I don't have it in me. There's not enough money to put up with the crap that any president's going to put up with here on out.
Think of how much people hate you and I on Twitter. Now, expand that out to 350 million people, plus 7 billion worldwide.
I don't get these people who I don't have any idea who they are. And if you're in the chat, God love you, who come up to me like, I'm taking my kid gloves off, buddy. And I'm like, who the hell are you? Okay, fine. I'll take my kid gloves off. And then you'll cry that I'm a Nazi and you'll run off. I mean,
he's like, who are you?
Who are you? And this, I don't get it. I don't care enough about any of you to really hate you. I promise. I don't have time. I forget who you are. If you hate me, God love you. But come on, move on.
But we love our people in chat, though.
Nah.
I do.
Well, you can love them because they're Team Orty, so whatever.
They're Team Chat.
Yeah, you disappear for like 2 seconds, and they're like, "Oh my God, Bunny's on her own. This show's going to be awful." I'm sure they were like, "How do we babysit the rabbit?" Whatever.
What, did they think that when I was suspended from Twitter, I was suspended from all the internets?
We made fun of you. That Spreaker came after you too, and then I talked about
That's true.
Somebody called you the next Alex Jones.
Hey, because I've been banned from all media.
CNN's going to come after you this week, man. You better be careful.
I'm having fun on Minds, though. I've got to use it more. I'm still watching my notifications on Twitter. And thank you all who keep me in your free orties and everything. And I do see all of them. But please keep it up. But over on Minds, it's quiet there. And you get to express your whole thought. Yeah. And you get to swear. Which is...
you get to swear, but you have to be colorful and creative on Twitter now. You can't use an F-bomb anymore.
Well, yeah.
It takes
and that's the problem.
Yeah, I'm good at that. I'm good at swearing backwards.
I know. You're the reason why we had the disclaimer.
Oh, please. I've always said bullshit once. Okay, twice now.
But on Minds, they're all about free speech. If it's legal in the United States, you can say it on Minds.
Well, it used to be that way on Twitter, but then, Jack took over and things got really stupid. So, yeah, good times. Good times.
If you look at their stock from the moment that Jack took over to its current, it's
bad. But they don't care.
It's a nosedive path into the ground.
No, it's not about running a business anymore. It's not about being successful. It's about pushing a stupid narrative that they're actually admitting that they have.
I said this on Minds today, too, is I don't understand why they are discontinuing their product. This is about Twitter. Discontinuing their product, which is the user, and still trying to sell it to their consumer, which are the advertisers.
Yeah.
It's like when you get an out of stock on Amazon or something, and you're like, well, I'll just go buy something else.
Yeah, it's true. Amazon is evil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got my daughter sends me a tuner for her viola. I'm like, yeah, we can get that. And then she sends me this chair. I love this chair. Okay, we'll buy that too. I was like, I bought furniture on Amazon because of a tuner. That's how evil Amazon is. But
people who have bought this have also bought this.
I mean, it was a great idea, and your point is valid. Twitter is throwing away its product. Yeah. We are their product. We are not their customer. They use us to make money, and they are pissing it away.
Yeah, it's the eyeballs with the advertisers. That's, and I was talking about this too, is that I was averaging 1.4 million impressions a month.
Oh.
And they want to get rid of that. So, I
won't tell you how many I have.
Oh, yes, well, you're twitchy rich.
I'm famous. Yeah, no, actually, I probably have in my bigger days before I started hating Twitter. I probably had around 23 million impressions a month.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm more like 12 million now. I'm about half what I used to be. Plus, I think they're throttling me, but we won't go there.
You know what bums me out about getting suspended the most, though, is I didn't get blocked by Oliver Darcy like everybody else did.
He didn't block me either, which really disappointed me because I'm really mean to him, and he hates me. He's complained about me several times. Oh, my God, last week. Did you guys see what was happening to me on social media? If you have lives outside of Twitter, I didn't ignore this, but Montel Williams was so mad at me last week that his manager was threatening to sue me and trying to get me fired on Twitter in front of everybody.
Yeah, because you took Montel's words and put them in a Twitchy.
Because, I
you didn't put words in his mouth. You didn't.
I shared his tweets.
Yeah, you shared his tweets.
I shared his tweets. Basically, Cheryl Atkinson was talking about the Obama administration, and they were investigating all the unmaskings that they did. And where did this go? Why did it disappear? Which was a fantastic question. Suddenly they're not investigating Samantha Power, basically asking for someone to be unmasked daily anymore. So Cheryl asks this question. Montel comes in and says, we have more important things to talk about, and tries to shut her down. And she's like, well, I disagree, and here's why. And she's all nice. And he's kind of a dickhead. He's like, well, I was part of the military and NSA and blah, 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 blah. Trying to kind of mansplain and shut her down. Well, I didn't like this, so I wrote about it because I like Cheryl. So Montel freaks out, right? We're good friends. I'm like, well, I didn't say you guys weren't friends. I just said you were being kind of a jerk to her. Maybe you should apologize to her because you don't like how it looks. Well, then his managers are yelling at me and saying, I've had enough to hear with you, Bunny. It's been 5 times. I'm like, 5 times? What the hell are you talking? I was so confused. So he's like, well, I'm not talking to you anymore. I'm only talking to management. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm happy to send you an email. I kept offering to make corrections. It was probably the funniest 4 hours I've had on Twitter in a year.
Tell me where I got it wrong, and I'll make a correction.
Please. I'm happy to make any corrections you can send me. I'm happy to make any retraction if you can tell me what is incorrect about what I said. Never answered me. You know what you did wrong.
Well, it was the tone. You put Montel in a bad light. No, I'm sorry. Doing predatory payday loan commercials is what put Montel in a bad light.
Well, let's be fair. Montel and I have some history. We don't get along. The last time
Montel wrote about him like 3 times.
I wrote him on twice, but whatever. Yeah. The last time he talked to me, he said, well, no one takes you seriously because you have Bunny in your name, and now they're taking me seriously, apparently. So eventually we were able to get around what his manager wanted, and it was like, please include this tweet, which basically said, I really respect Cheryl, and I didn't mean anything by it, so I put it in. And they were happy. And then Montel, the next day kind of tries to troll me. And I'm like, dude, I'm ignoring you, whatever. And he did put out kind of a weird olive branch of truth or whatever. And I was like, cool, man, I accept it. Go spend your weekend with your kids. And that was it. But I guess I pissed Jake Tapper off, too. I missed that one.
Well,
so when you said Oliver Darcy, I'm shocked that he didn't, because they all hate me. I think K-File blocked me months ago.
Yeah, K-File blocked me just for mentioning that they threatened to dox a teenage kid.
Well, he wasn't a teenager, he was a young man, and I got yelled at for that, but whatever.
Yeah, Oliver Darcy, he was blocking like Caleb Hull and Red Steez all.
I felt so left out.
Yeah. So
it's so dumb.
I say this all the time. I would love to see the Blaze Oliver Darcy troll CNN's Oliver Darcy.
Well, but it's happened to S.E. Cup as well. I used to love her.
Oh, God, she has such amazing legs too.
And I don't know what's happened to her. And I guess it's being at CNN. And these people are destroying their careers, and I don't think they understand it.
Well, whether they're destroying their careers or not, they're destroying their credibility. Because this whole fake news, bad news. I mean, this is resonating with people. People are sick of the spin.
Yeah.
And they're sick of it on Fox News' part, and they're sick of it on CNN's part. They're just tired of, just give us the news. And I think that was, when they approached Congress back in the 1920s saying, hey, we want to, run advertisements on television. Congress made the mistake of saying, okay, you get 23 hours a day, but for 1 hour a day, you have to provide ad-free programming and report the news during it. And that was where Congress made that mistake, because if they had done that, and if news wasn't profit motivated, then it wouldn't be the way it is.
It's bad. Well, but I shouldn't complain, because I absolutely understand trying to grab that reader and trying to appeal to your base. And really, we have a base with Twitchy. I mean, our base is pretty one-sided, so I totally get it. But we do not pretend that we are some outlet. We're not a news site. Our stuff is, we make fun of people and we talk snark and we do share some news, but we are not talking heads on TV. You probably don't even know who we are. We just kind of observe Twitter.
Well, that's just it. You curate the brown soup that is political Twitter.
We do. We take what you say, and either we make you look really good or we make you look really stupid. I mean, that is what it is. And so for us, it's like, we're biased. We admit we are right-wing conservative media. We are trying to appeal to a certain reader. But honest to God, if you say something stupid, if Donald Trump does something dumb, we're the first ones to hit him. So we are an equal opportunity slammer. But these like Jim Acosta was sharing videos of Bill Clinton bragging about making America great from like the 90s, and he got really weird. And I know he's kind of like broken.
He's not kind of broken.
He is. He's like totally broken.
But that's so many of them are. Jennifer Rubin, totally broken.
Oh, she should just admit she's a Democrat. She'd be much happier.
But Think Progress, completely broken.
But
Share Blue, completely broken.
But they are, and they've done it to themselves.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
we didn't like Obama. For 8 years, there were people all over grassroots conservative media, and we shook our fists and we got mad. But we didn't lose our damn minds. We weren't out there trying to kill people and throw rocks at them, and we weren't shooting people at baseball fields. I mean, it was a bad time.
And when one of us did, we immediately denounced it. We're not like the media who have built up Antifa into being these paragons of
soldiers. They're soldiers.
Yeah, soldiers of
that pisses me off. Yeah. But the same media are the one that are pretending that it's somehow the real victim with Molly Tibbetts is the illegal immigrant who killed her.
Ooh, good segue.
I know, right? Look at that. I'm a professional. The point is, okay, first we find out he's illegal, and I flip out because it pisses me off. So I knew when I put it out there, was people were going to, they would shriek and scream at me, and that was fine. But I sent
and the usual suspects.
They need to get a life. But I sent it to Pelosi and Kamala, and I sent it to all these Democrats who've been pushing open borders and sanctuary cities and talking about how great all these immigrants are, and it's just their dreams. I'm like, so tell me again how these are good people just following their dreams. I am so angry that we have lost another innocent person because that son of a bitch shouldn't have been here in the first place. And that doesn't make me a racist. That makes me a realist. I'm not the one saying that illegal immigrants are all the same race. They are here illegal. That is not a race. That is criminal.
Yeah, that's an immigration status. That's not a race.
I am furious. And then they tried to pretend that, he was here. The farm that hired him said he was E-verified, and that's a Republican farm. And then, our bad, they didn't really do that. The lawyer's pushing this bullshit lie. Right. And so the left is fapping to it like, hey guys, look, they thought he was legal. He was here to work.
These were the same people who said we had more important things to do than deport a Nazi. A literal Nazi.
Oh my God, they were so angry at he's 93 years old. I'm sure he was a real threat. He's a freaking Nazi. Notice I didn't drop an F-bomb. I really wanted to.
Yeah, he was 22. He was the prime age to put a bullet in somebody's head. Yes, he was a Nazi at a concentration.
He was a literal Nazi, not someone like Richard Spencer or some idiot guy in Virginia with a tiki torch. This was a literal racist Nazi.
Jake from State Farm with a tiki torch.
Holy crap! And, he was 93 years old. I mean, if you hate Trump so much that you can't cheer ICE deporting a freaking Nazi, get out, do something else with your life because you've lost your mind.
I'm old enough to remember when we cheered on Mossad when they would catch them. Anywhere in the world, it would become news that Mossad caught another former Nazi. Yeah,
Nazis are like the worst.
That was like just 15 years ago.
Nazis were the worst. But, hey, he was 93. Bleh. Obama ignored the son of a bitch for 8 years. He's a Nazi in New York City, a literal Nazi. He was in a concentration camp killing and torturing people. But he's 93 years old, so we don't give a shit anymore. Oh, my God. And then
but some 24-year-old illegal immigrant, and I'm going to, yeah. Well, you just hate brown people. Well,
oh my God! I don't care what color this dumbass is.
Yeah.
He killed an innocent girl.
Yeah, he could have been Russian, and I would still be mad.
He could be this Nazi. I don't care. It's not about the brown people. It's not about Mexico or Canada. It's not about any of it. I don't care if he's purple with stripes. He shouldn't be here because he's illegal. And yes, people can be illegal, and that son of a bitch is illegal. Suck it. I don't care if you like me or not. Call me everything under the planet because you will anyway. I'm so furious because that story was everywhere. And I get that we should talk about missing people of all color. And a lot of people have been angry because Molly was a pretty white girl. And please,
oh God, the media with that angle.
Not even that, but there are people in general who this black girl was missing and she was killed, and this Hispanic woman, but she didn't make the news, and Molly made the news. And I think there is some legitimacy to that, and I'm not going to get into the argument because I feel like I'm going to say the wrong thing. But people are upset because this pretty young white girl is become a focus. And they're trying to make it about race. They're trying to make it about the Republican Party. You know, farmers are Republican using this poor illegal and probably tormenting him so much he killed this girl. I mean, it's so dumb. And it just comes down to the basics. He shouldn't have been here in the first place.
Right.
That's all there is to it.
And that's, yes. I mean, you don't get much more basic than that. And all of these ridiculous takes from the media, I mean, especially from like WAPO and the Times about Republicans pounce and coming to a Trump rally near you. And just so bad. And Candace Owens screwed the pooch on this whole thing.
I didn't see her. I'm not paying attention.
Oh, well, she's arguing with someone who alleges to be Molly Tippett's cousin.
Oh, I saw the girl.
And that is just, I mean...
Yeah, there are a lot of people who think they found Molly's Twitter. You know, she's not a verified person. There's no way of knowing if it's Molly. There were quite a few tweets about hating Trump, hating the right, not supporting sanctuary cities, supporting, legal immigration. She was probably very left-leaning, but I don't know how it matters, but people want to make it about something that it's not. At the end of the day, he shouldn't have been in this country. He killed someone. Send him home or put him in jail.
See, this goes with everybody tries to make rhyme or reason out of senseless acts.
Yeah, there's no rhyme or reason.
So they don't know how to feel, so they go and dig through that person's timeline to find something to either support their preconceived notion or to blast them for.
Yeah.
And it's easier to this goes what we're always talking about, othering people, but it's easier to make them the villain or make it so you don't care when you look at their, you can put them in their little box saying, oh, well, they hated Trump. So, this is what they get.
Republicans drove this poor illegal immigrant so crazy that he was driven to do this horrible thing. Somehow it's Trump's fault.
If it's not my fault, it's Trump's fault.
Well, everything is your fault too, but then they blame me because you did it, or then they say something stupid about you, and wait to see how I'll react. They're dumb.
Or they can't blame me because I'm not on Twitter anymore, so they blame you vicariously.
Yeah, I have some idiot right now telling me that I'm from Australia.
Oh.
She's
good day, mate. Put some shrimp on the Barbie.
You're not even an American, Penny. Oh, really? Since when? She starts telling me I'm from Melbourne, Australia. Okay.
All right.
I guess so. Who knows? I guess it's possible.
Twitter is weird.
It is so dumb. Today when I was talking, because I did, of course, I'm going to tweet something that's going to make people angry because that's what I do. And I tweeted about how we've seen people on the left basically defending a Nazi and a guy, an illegal immigrant who killed this girl in less than 24 hours. And then I get this Holocaust denier up in my timeline. And, well, these people died of disease. I'm like, are you fucked in the head? Oh, sorry. Are you screwed in the head?
Put one in the swear jar.
Sorry, my bad. Well, you know what? It was that dumb. It deserves an F-bomb. That was, ladies and gentlemen, that was adult language. It was coarse language. It's my bad. But any idiot who tries to deny the Holocaust deserves an F-bomb, don't you think? I couldn't believe it. I'm like, are you serious? Wait. It's bad.
This is what happens when you take Alex Jones off Twitter. They have nowhere to go. I have nowhere to go.
You took Alex from me, so I'm crazy on my own. Right. Oh my God! First I came for Alex Jones, and I said nothing.
And I am totally against his deplatforming.
I am too.
But the fact that, and I liked that he got suspended again. But see Dane run, coming back, bragging about coming back, while everybody else is getting nuked for evading a suspension.
Well, he got nuked again.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I love that he did. I don't know. I shouldn't feel good about him getting nuked, but because I'm nuked. But in that is that, aside from if you listen to a couple people who think I'm a horrible person,
they don't know either.
I generally don't go and attack women.
No,
as my whole
really
shtick online.
No, you don't.
I may hit some collaterally, but anyway, but his whole thing is hate.
Yeah.
Hate of everybody.
Yeah.
But what's funny is if you go to the marathon, I don't even know why I'm talking about this clown, but if you go to the marathon forums, they hate him with a passion of 1,000 burning suns. Nobody likes Dane. I don't even think Dane likes Dane. But anyway.
Well, Dane has a real problem with women in general. And the people who claim that you attack women are the people who attack women. And I'm sorry, at the end of the day, these are the same people who take screenshots of women's tweets and argue with them behind a block. And it's not just me, it's a bunch of women because they're testicleless and sad and angry at the world because they
have a front hole.
They have a front hole. They have a front pole.
I've come whole circle.
You did. Look at you. Now, if you bring in Bigfoot erotica, we really got it going on now.
It'll come up.
It scares me. Yeah. No, this gal's telling me that I'm from Australia in my bio. I'm like, no. Okay, crazy lady. I shouldn't be reading tweets when I'm on the air. Because...
No, you shouldn't. Focus on your job. You're here now. You can do Twitter the other hundreds of hours a week.
So sad.
Am I boring you?
You are. You're putting me to sleep, dude. I'm telling you what. It's bad stuff. But no, today's my day to unplug, so I'm kind of out of the loop, which is kind of a nice thing for me because usually I'm not in the loop. But today was interesting because my daughter got her lower braces on. And, she's had upper braces, and you think by now I'd be used to it, but she's my preemie. And every time anything happens to her, I go into mom panic. And she was a little nervous, so I got nervous. But here's the good thing about Twitter, and this is where I'm going with this. Every once in a while, you realize that there is a decent side of Twitter. Because I just said, hey, guys, my kid's nervous, so I'm nervous. Would you guys just, pray or vibe or whatever it is you do, just, would you do that for us this morning? There were over 700 people on that tweet alone, either faving it, responding to me, tweeting it, and people checking up later in the day. How's your kid? I had people messaging me, hey, how's your kid? My kid's having this procedure on Friday. Would you pray for her? I don't want to put it on my open timeline because people are crazy. And it's just like, there's so much good there that we are missing because of how much crap is there. And Jack is not fixing what's really wrong. And
he's on an apology tour, though.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I screwed everything up. My bad. But you're all suspended.
Well, which is funny because Bill Ottman, one of the co-founders of Minds, he's out there on a media tour, too. I saw him on places that weren't like InfoWars. So he was on Joe Pags earlier in the week, and he's been on a couple other shows. And Rick, I really think you should try to get him on your show when you're filling in on KOKC. He's a real interesting interview.
Yeah.
Maybe we could try to get him. I'll approach him on mine, see if we can get him.
Oh, God, another adult on the show?
I just saw in the chat, Twitter has suspended military support.
I don't know who that is, but okay.
They're pro-military tweeter.
Well, I figure, but why?
Yeah,
why?
Why did they suspend them? I don't know. I just saw in chat, Blog and the Wheel put in chat that they're suspended.
Oh, well, that sucks. Well, I'm not surprised, unfortunately. It's only a matter of time. We're all going to, any of the biggies, we're all going to go, and then they'll just be the little guys, and they'll eat them up, and then they'll explode, and there'll be no more Twitter.
Well,
it'll be like...
Then what's Twitchy going to do?
We're going to make fun of you.
Start pulling stuff from Minds.
What's that, Rick?
They'll rename themselves to Mindsy and start pulling stuff from
Mindsy.
I don't know.
No, but there's been a push, honestly, about like Instagram and Facebook and other things that we can look at and maybe focus on social media. But predominantly Twitter is the big thing, and that's what Michelle Malkin's vision was years ago before she sold it. Was that we were talking about what Twitter's talking about because sane people stay away from Twitter. So, but yeah, I don't know, and I think that what we're seeing is. There's so much noise and anger and people that are mad on both sides that I can't even figure out what it is I'm supposed to be fighting for anymore. That's why I think what happened with Molly is why I'm so angry because there's something definite there that is wrong. But now I don't know where I am anymore because, okay, well, if Trump gets impeached, we have Pence, so it's not the end of the world, but they shouldn't impeach Trump because this is crap. And it's so bad politically in this world right now that I can't make heads or tails of it anymore.
I don't really think it is. I had this conversation the other day too, and what it came up with is that political Twitter is such a small, even though it seems it's a very loud segment of Twitter, it's a very small segment of Twitter. And if it were to suddenly disappear and the circle jerk of journalists were to just vanish or Trump were to stop tweeting, you wouldn't really notice. Like if all of a sudden Asian Twitter were to disappear, or if all of a sudden, even food Twitter to some extent, people is larger than political Twitter. Political Twitter is just this tiny little angry circle jerk. And I love it because it's so full of lulls. But yeah, I don't know. I lost where I was going with that.
I think you were trying to tell me it's not as bad as I think it is.
Yeah, it's not as bad as you think it is. I keep telling you this.
You keep saying that, but it keeps getting worse.
Twitter is not real. No, Twitter keeps getting worse.
But Twitter is more indicative of real life than I think we want to admit. Because there are some bad stuff that's happening in real life that is indicative of what's happening on Twitter. Like that woman on MSNBC last night. Now, she did apologize, but she made some offhanded comment about that white girl they're talking about on Fox News. Because
yeah.
That is Twitter. It was Katie Tur had this crazy woman on from the New York Times, and she said, Trump is out there and he wants to round people up and kill them. And she's like, well, no, he's really not doing that. Even Katie Tur was like, holy shit, you're nuts. And she's like, well, he wants to. That is real life. That's not Twitter. These are people out there who think they are experts in their fields, and they are saying this stuff to people who agree with them that they are experts in their fields. There's a real problem with misinformation and creating division and narrative to push agenda that only they care about. I think it's really bad.
Talking about people who think that they're experts, I like the irony of Tom Nichols writing a book about the death of expertise, and he has now made himself the de facto expert on everything.
Yeah, I'm not an expert on anything. I gave up trying to be an expert a long time ago.
I'm an expert on vole husbandry and butter churning.
You know what? You can raise a barn like nobody's business.
I can, and build very plain, sturdy furniture.
I like Amish furniture. Thank you very much. I have some on my front porch.
Is that what that is? That's cool. All right.
It is. It is actually. We've actually bought it from Amish people, believe it or not. Probably your relatives.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have any people in Virginia. Mine are all West Coast Amish.
No, careful. I'm in Australia, apparently.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
She's still insisting I'm from Australia.
Yeah, you bought it from the Perth Amish.
Yeah, it was the koala bear Amish. That's who did it. And whatever. People
the Aboriginal Amish?
Dude, people are nuts. Well, your bio says you're from Australia. I'm like, no. Get crazy, lady.
He supports Twitter as political Twitter without the research.
Oh, chat.
That's from Jacob. That's just funny.
Well, we have to make sure that we call Jeff a dumbass because I think he was worried that with the new format and trying to cut back on cursing. Sorry, Rick, I did drop an F-bomb. My bad. That we wouldn't call him a dumbass anymore.
I told you guys, you cuss for charity. I'm not going to make you stop cussing.
Persnickity's right. Neil deGrasse Tyson wants to start a truth force.
I saw that. He's nuts.
Oh, God damn.
He's nuts. Yeah, he's. You know what? He knows he's nuts.
He is such my nemesis. And I'm sorry you didn't get to listen to G's show beforehand. He was in my wheelhouse. He was talking about climate change.
Rick fixed it. He told me how to go. I got through it on Safari. You were no help, thank you, but Rick was good.
Well, you Mac people.
Whatever, you PC people.
Was that an Mountain Dew I heard you open up there, Rick?
That was not me, so no.
Okay. Did somebody just cracked a beer or something?
No. I have unsweetened tea. I'm really exciting tonight. I'm avoiding the booze.
Yes, Jeff, you're going to have to keep track. I mean, the payouts may not be as large for the upcoming charities, but we would appreciate a swear counter.
Yeah, so why don't you be a dumbass and do that for us? Thanks. Yeah. Aren't I sweet? Look, people think I'm mean, too.
Yeah.
I'm really not. Look how nice I am. I just said what he wanted me to say.
Imagine where they would have gotten that idea from.
Oh. I don't know. I'm an angel to everybody. I really am.
JC, the best Neil meme I ever saw was when he said that private industry can't operate a space program because it's too expensive and dangerous. And then in the next panel of the meme is Elon Musk's Tesla flying out into space. So.
You're answering people in chat.
I was just reading something in chat.
You know, people who aren't like listening to this live or listening to the podcast, like, what the hell is he talking about?
Yeah, I do interact with chat.
That's why they like you. I ignore them on purpose.
And I love them because they wear cargo shorts.
Oh my God, you in the cargo shorts. Oh my God.
You got to have a fajita pocket, Foo.
No,
what if you need an emergency fajita?
I don't need an emergency fajita. That's not
Everybody
how it works.
needs an emergency fajita at one time or another.
No, we don't.
Hungry.
No. So what else did I miss? Anything good today that I missed while I was unplugged?
I think that was the highlights. I mean, just everything was going on.
Let me see.
Everything was going on about we said before, white girl and the bad takes of the ridiculously bad takes, and you can see you could see the narrative forming.
Sally Cohn. Did you see Sally Cohn's tweet? I saw that this morning. She basically said she was making fun of Fox News. She said, CNN's top story is Cohen. MSNBC's top story is Manafort. Fox News talking about, an undocumented immigrant who may or may not have killed this woman.
He not only admitted it, he led them to the body.
But he may not have done it. And I love how even Jake was calling him an undocumented immigrant. I'm like, he is not undocumented. He is illegally in this country. When you say undocumented, it's like he forgot his passport or some shit. He is not. He is illegal. He is a criminal. Put him in jail.
There was a point in my life when I was an unlicensed pharmacist.
That's how that works. I just made an undocumented withdrawal from the bank,
Yeah.
Holy hell.
Yes, controlling the language, you control the narrative. And
look at you coming full circle again. It's like you've been doing this for a while now.
Well,
So eventually, you're going to run off and do your own thing, and
no.
I'll go live in some nursing home and be at peace finally. That'd be awesome.
Quit trying to shove me out.
Go, be free. No, I know.
No.
I can't do it without you anymore because I don't like talking about anything anymore.
We're back on KLRN. You can't leave us now, Foo.
I have no intention of going anywhere anytime soon, unfortunately. You guys are stuck with me, especially now that we're back home on KLRN Radio.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to how professional that was.
That was good.
That was good, right?
So anyway, to everybody who's asking, I'm going through the process of
God, please tell people what you're doing.
And if that falls on deaf ears, I'll probably give it another week.
Lord.
I may come back as "Don't suspend me, bro," or "Please no suspendee," or something.
So wait, put this in there too. So stop asking Bunny what's
No, please
going
keep asking Bunny. Ask Buddy every day what's going on.
No, I get so many.
DM her.
No, don't, because I'm so crappy about it. I don't know what he's doing. Quit bugging me.
Keep the free ordies going. Make sure to put in my @ so I can read it in the notifications. And please tag in Del Harvey and Vajayjay, whatever her name is, and Jack and everybody else. Can I say that, or do I front hole?
What is her name? No, her name is fronthole@twitter.com. That's bad. That's going to get you suspended right there.
It's going to get suspended already.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because
suspended in perpetuity.
People keep saying to me, well, he's really back, isn't he? I'm like, no, he's really not.
I'm really not.
No, he's not there, guys.
I'm not high. I'm on mines, and I am enjoying the freedom there.
Just tell me what his account is. I won't tell him like he doesn't have one. Stop bugging
You really don't.
It's driving me nuts.
I swear I don't.
He does not. So please stop asking me.
Please ask Boo.
No, don't. Ask Rick.
Rick's too busy. Rick, how's your day job going?
Day job's going all right. Still.
The KOKC, have you any word yet? Have they finally pulled the trigger on you?
I have been sworn to silence until they decide what they're going to do, so I can no longer discuss much to do with what's going on over
Sounds
there.
like a no, but really a yes. Okay.
Yeah, we can't discuss it. When they say I can't talk about it, it probably means yes. So, yeah. Awesome, but we won't talk about it because we're not supposed to.
Okay, sorry. I didn't know I wasn't supposed to bring that up.
No, it's all right.
Go,
since you've mentioned it like 14 million times, in case anybody's interested, I am actually over on Mines, and the station is now over there as well. So, yeah.
Oh, we have a station account there?
Yes, I just did that like 20 seconds ago.
Okay.
Because I forgot to do it over the weekend. I was like, I knew there was something else I was supposed to do. So, yeah.
All right, I'll search for you, and then you can promote me.
Oh, Lord.
Or I can promote you.
Great.
And we can promote all the shows. G and Rick and Jen and Rick and Dan and
Bill and
Rick
Liz.
And Vice President Pence and
Bill and Liz.
Liz and Bill.
Liz and Bill, whatever.
Yeah.
I can't keep it straight. I'm lucky I know who your name anymore, dude. So what's in chat before we have like 3 minutes left? They're laughing about something. Front hole. They're laughing about front hole still.
Yeah, well, front hole, you loving Matlock, and
I saw the Matlock thing. Ha ha.
And Bigfoot erotica, and those are going to be our things now.
I really do like
So
Matlock.
I kind of, at the beginning of the show, you guys were talking about how we do like the front hole for guys. I kind of like the front pole thing because then we can talk about raising the flag, if you know what I mean.
All right, we're not going there. Cut it out. We're good.
I think if the producer says we can go there, we can go there.
But it's my show, so no, we can't go there. See, this is how it works. There is no democracy in Fooville.
Yeah. Also from chat, our audience in Vietnam is going to go up 10,000%. This is true. That is one thing about Minds I haven't figured out yet. It is all libertarians and Vietnamese women.
Porn stars, Vietnamese porn stars. I have a little legion of ninja porn stars who follow me, and I'm not looking at your creepy shit. Please stop following.
They're not ninjas. That's Japanese. They are Viet Cong.
I don't know what they are, but they look like ninjas and they do porn. So whatever, they're following me. I'm going to get hate mail about that, aren't I?
Probably.
God.
Hey, it'll be good for a change instead of me. I get all the hate mail.
But you're such a Chinese or Japanese. Whatever. Fine.
Front poll at half staff. Be good for our advertisers.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
That'll be awesome.
Wondered if somebody
we're about done, guys. Believe it or not.
Wow, that went quick. That always goes quick.
The train wreck's almost over. I can go to bed. Tell people where they can't find you, Ordy.
Well, they can't find me on Twitter anywhere. But they can find me on Minds as @TheRoadBeer and @OrdyPackard.
Yeah, and you can't find him on Twitter, so stop asking me. But you can find me on Twitter at POLITIBUNNY. I do a little writing thing at twitchy.com, and we are back here at KLRN every Wednesday at 9 p.m. So listen to us live, hang out and chat, be stupid with us because someone's got to do it. And if you're around, you should listen to G ahead before us because his show with the G Nation is The Shiznit. All right, I think we're done. I think we're out of here. Guys, thanks for being here at our new home. We will see you next week, so stay out of jail and keep your sense of humor.
Hey,
Cornbread!
Ordy, nice choice. I didn't recognize this song. This was actually one of the bumpers we used the other day.
Oh, nice.
Born to be down. I think that I said